As you could probably tell, this video is an axe video, and I even got my Scoutmaster's hat to try to make this a little more official. Now, Beavercraft sent me their forest axe, and I was pretty stoked to get this, honestly, because I don't have a forest axe, and I don't have a bearded axe either. So this is very Viking-ish, if you know what I mean. But anyhow, I'm more used to something like this, an American axe. Now, I'm going to show you here in a little bit some differences. And we're going to talk about specifically if the forest axe is a good choice for you, or if a longer axe or maybe even a hatchet would be a better choice for you. But let's start off with, what is a forest axe? Because some of you might just hear forest axe, like, okay, isn't that just a regular axe? No, it is not. The forest axe is a little bit shorter. Now, the forest axe is pretty handy for general use purposes. Now, this particular model of forest axe versus its American counterparts, like I said before, has a beard. And boy, is this thing sharp. Like, it is crazy sharp. Brushing your thumb pad against it, you can feel like all the little ridges of your thumbprint. Now, this is also hand forged. Now, I don't know if all of it's hand forged, if it's just finished hand forged or what have you, but it is hand forged. And it weighs, well, let's get the handy dandy scale here, try to balance it. It weighs 3 pounds, roughly 2 ounces. It's like 3 pounds, 1.8. Okay, so a 3 pound head, or, well, 3 pound axe, I guess. But that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Let's start off with what a forest axe is. Now, a forest axe is a general purpose axe. This particular model is pretty decent at splitting, but it excels really well in chopping. And if you have to do some building of shelters, or if you're going to do some crafting, things like that, then this is pretty nice. If you're going to cut a large tree, then you should probably get an actual axe, chopping axe, not a splitting axe. Because due to the weight of this head, which the axe in total weighs about 3 pounds, and it's short, it's going to take a lot of exertion to cut big timber. However, if you're cutting about 6 inches, then this will do you pretty well. 8 inches is probably the maximum that you would want to cut. That's just my personal opinion. Your mileage might vary. But because of the length of the handle and with the weight of the head, the multiplier of force is not as good as, say, something like this, where you've got like the full momentum going and you've got a heavier head. Now, when we take a look at the axe shape itself, which I'll bring it up here. So you can see that shape versus the American axe. Now, you'll notice that the American axe kind of has a belly here. Now, that's got a little bit of dirt, but this one does not have the dirt, so you can also see it right there, compared to this one right there. Well, this is just pretty flat, like it is just straight faced, but it does a good job of splitting. I took it outside, and you're going to see it in the video here in a little bit, me demonstrating its splitting capabilities. But in regards to a tremendous amount of timber, you'd want a larger axe. Now, to demonstrate that as well, especially from a historical perspective, this is the reproduction horse Kephart axe that Lockhart Ironworks produced for me. Now, Kephart wanted something that's really small, okay, for just general purpose. But he put a rather long handle on it to make up for the light head. That way the momentum can work for you. Then you have, on the opposite side of the spectrum, this is the Beavercraft AX1. And if you want, either of these Beavercraft axes in the description box below, you can find it there. And, tell them that Sean sent you. But anyhow, this is very different. The head is very heavy and you have a very short handle. This is a carving hatchet. I took it out in the woods. It's not bad for a woods hatchet because it is really sharp and it splits really well. But in regards to force exertion, it wears me out because of how short the handle is and how heavy the head is. It's a force multiplier with the weight, and because of the leverage and everything, you're using your muscles and your strength in here to offset that weight. Because in carving, you pretty much just want the head of the hatchet to do the work for you. It does a great job. This, on the other hand, is very general purpose. I think the balance for the head itself is really good. Like, I have no complaints about that. It's an ash handle. They did some boiled linseed oil on it. I'm going to put some tung oil on it because that's just my style. And this finish is a lot smoother than what the AX1 was when I first got it. So I want to give some kudos to that. And the beard in itself allows you to get close and personal and do some crafting. You're going to see here in a little bit, I demonstrated producing curls, producing tender. So if you don't want to take a hatchet and you just want to take something that can, cut things to help you build stuff, especially larger diameter things, you certainly wouldn't want to take this thing to cut a bunch of, 6-inch timber, then the forest axe is your go-to one. I also want to put a plug in for hunting because I go hunting. If you are trying to dismember a large game animal like a deer, elk, bear, something like that, having an axe, makes quick work of delimbing certain animals, So anyhow, there we go. That is the Beavercraft forest axe. I also want to compliment them on the mask here. This is very secure. Of course, you got the beard that's helping that out. And when you get the forest axe, you get this really nice sling. Now, the leather of this is good leather. Like, it's not pleather, it's not fake or anything. It's actual, real leather. And I don't know. I like the hardware on it. I like how it functions overall. All you do is just put the little loop there, and you want this to hang down by your butt. Oops. Like so. So you can go out tramping in the woods. This is going to hang down, and it's just a nice carrier if you don't really want to put it in your pack. All right, now, if you've got a favorite forest axe, put it in the description box below and explain why you like that particular forest axe. And if you've never used a forest axe, let me know why you never used a forest axe. Maybe you don't do a whole lot of cutting timber. Maybe the hatchet is perfectly fine for your general use. But here in a little bit, like I said, going to show you outdoors. Don't make fun of me too bad. I will say, because of the short handle and everything, you gotta get pretty close to it. So in the woods, you're probably going to either want your anvil to be a little bit higher than what I had available to me, or you'll want to get on your knees. But anyhow, here you go. Enjoy. So we shall see. This is ash. The old timers always said, I know you're waiting just to see the action, but the old timers said that you should warm up your axe before you do any cutting, because it lessens the chance of chipping or making your axe very brittle with the cold. And there's some support to that with like old metallurgical methods of making axes, right? We have come eons from the late 1800s, early 1900s in regards to metallurgy, what we include in our axe heads and how we forge them and things like that. So I'm not really too worried about it, but well, that worked. Not really what I was aiming. There we go. So you can see how it created that split there.
So you don't always have to set your wood going straight up. Seems to be working just as well. It's pretty small, about your wrist size. Kind of see that first cut and how deep it went, and it wasn't overhead or anything. All right, hey, there you go. That's on ash. Let's see how well it does on the cherry. There you go. There's your curls on the cherry.
So there you go. That's the experience that I have with this forest axe. If you like the video, please click like. That way it helps other people. We really appreciate it. If you want to get yourself one of these or one of the AX1s or one of the other carving implements or various wood tools that Beavercraft has, check out the description box below. I'm an affiliate, so if you buy from my link, then it goes to support this channel. We really appreciate it. But we always encourage you to shop around, get the best deal that you possibly can. All right, now if you do get one, comment on the video and let me know what you think of it. And you know, it's going to help other people. We really appreciate the discussions that you guys have here with us. If you'd like to check out the Camp Crafters Guild, where we have people like you, like me, who loves camping, woodscraft, and hiking and backpacking and stuff, then check out www.ottowaoutfitters.com/join the guild. We actually have a challenge going on right now where it's flipping flapjacks. If you never flipped a flapjack, well, this is a fun little challenge to get you involved in and get the discussion rolling. If you'd like to check out the Preston Mess Kit in the description box below, we have the link where it has all the details, including the website article. And we're trying to get 500 people who are interested in getting it before we order it. So if you already signed up, help us spread the word. But it is an incredible mess kit. And at the end of this video, there will be a video to the Preston Mess Kit as well, which here it is. If you'd like to see the video to the Preston Mess Kit, check it out here. If you want to see the video about all my different woods tools, you know, get the flavor and see which one might be best for you, then check out the playlist here. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Give a kiss to your loved ones, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.